Hey everybody, it's Ed. Just wanted to pull you in for this quick video. We're going to talk about something that I visited a little while ago, which was the terminal. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into that and why I'm really starting to like this device. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's something that if you are looking to be minimalistic, if you're looking to just have something that's not intrusive for you at all and have it on your desk with different reminders and just fun things, it's great. I'm going to show you a little bit more about it and show you both the device itself and the interface. The interface is probably the thing that needs the most work, but at the same time, still pretty cool. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what I'm showing here, and this is why this I think is so cool, is that right now it just happens to be on Elcar's blueprints. So for those of you who are Star Trek fans, you can see that this is set up to show different ships. So it rotates. There's no real way to customize it. They just kind of throw it up to you and you get to see it at different points. Pretty cool. And you'll see it's inverted. So it actually looks as if it's in dark mode, but it's just the ink playing tricks on you because obviously there's no illumination. But what you're seeing in the bottom left corner of the screen is the actual interface. And this shows you all of the different mashups or things that I have set to go on a rotation. And my rotation is 32 minutes. So every 32 minutes, this changes to a different view. And it's just a lot of fun. It's something that when I look over, I may see one thing. When I look over again, I may see something else. You'll notice up here that it's got the mashup for my YouTube statistics. So you'll see my graph and everything. It tells me the last time it was refreshed. You'll see there's weather here. If we go over, you'll see there's a countdown clock. There's also a lunar calendar. And then there's a Reddit feed. And then, of course, it tells you what's displaying right now. I hadn't refreshed this. So when I refresh it, it's going to show that this is displaying now. But again, kind of cool. I enjoy it a lot more than I actually thought I would. I thought it was an interesting piece of technology to begin with, which is why I ordered one and reached out to the company. And then what it's going to show you here, and I'm not sure, I do have to reach out to Ryan and them kind of ask what they mean by days saved and time saved. I don't know what that refers to, so I'm going to ask about that and I'll follow up. But the pieces of content displayed is really cool. And then it tells you a little bit more about new and popular things. Like I said, this works well on a desktop as far as the interface. What it doesn't do is work really well when you're looking at this on a mobile phone. I would not recommend doing that. You might be able to get away with it on a decent sized tablet, but on the mobile phone, it just doesn't do what it should do. It doesn't shrink right. It causes problems. It's hard to navigate. But again, a lot of fun with this device. I've really enjoyed it. And it's just been a treat. I think it's not in your face. And it really gives you a lot of different options to be able to see different things. Now, one thing that I will point out that, quite frankly, I think is not really useful is the clock. And I know they're working on this. I put something in the Discord. Ryan and the developers, it's got a huge open source development team because you are allowed to develop on this. And they've all tried to figure out, well, how would you really do a clock that was real time? It would have a constant flashing. And I don't even know if I need that so much, or it's more along the lines of the time is never right. It only refreshes on a certain schedule. And if you're refreshing then every 32 minutes, it's oftentimes 45 minutes behind or maybe even more. So it really doesn't add any value. I keep it on there because I'm hoping they do come up with a fix for this, because I think it would be nice to be able to see an approximate time at least, and the weather and the different components that you see here on the screen. But again, I don't know how viable that is with what they're trying to do here, but we'll just have to see. Screen is really cool. Now, one thing I do want to show you, if I hover up here, you'll notice that it's 65% battery. I have only ever charged this thing once. And so it is, and I've got it on a pretty high power consumption for what it is, because it does that. It's refreshing every app pretty regularly, and it's also switching every 32 minutes, which is a little bit more than what it says that you should do. And I think that's kind of interesting as well, to have it doing all of these things in real time. But you can set this to where it's almost a year. So if you look here at the actual refresh rate, I set it at 32 minutes. You can actually set it less or more depending on what you want to do. But right now you can get up to 320 plus days if you have it refresh only once an hour. That's pretty awesome if you ask me, as far as something that, again, isn't intrusive, and that's why I like it so much. Anyway, just a quick video. Just wanted to kind of show you what this was, how it was working for me, how much I really like it as a device, much more than I thought I would, but it's been a lot of fun to experiment with. I think they're only going to get better as time goes on, and I think you'll find that although the price point may seem like a little much, this is something I could see using for years as a very non-intrusive way to do things. And you can hang it up because you don't have to charge it, but once every 6 months, 3 months, however your power consumption is set. And you could hang it on a wall in multiple locations, have a calendar displayed in one location, another mashup somewhere else. You could have one at the office. Again, it would get a little pricey if you got too many of them, but you're not going to have to replace them as often. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think. What are your thoughts on this device? Is this something you would purchase? Is it something you would want to own? Does it meet some kind of a need you might have? And until next time, I will talk to you soon. Keep on moving forward. Have a good one. Bye now.